Shalom, Israel. We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, where we are led by the amazing Commanding General YAHANNA. And today, this is the I.S.U.P.K. Port Arthur / Beaumont Lashawan Qadash class. It's Friday, so we are going over the Lashawan Qadash. Lashawan meaning tongue, and Qadash meaning holy. Lashawan Qadash, holy tongue. That is the Hebrew. We are going over Hebrew. That is our native tongue. As blacks and so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, Hebrew is our native tongue. That is our culture. English and Spanish and Creole, those languages were given to us by our oppressor. So before our captivity and under their captivity, before we were in their captivity and we had to learn those languages forced on us, we spoke Hebrew. We read and we wrote Hebrew. And that's what we're going over our culture. Israelites, so-called Black, Spanish, Native Americans. Our culture is to learn to speak Hebrew. That's what we're going to do. We're going to start off class by going over the Hebrew alphabet. There are 22 characters in the Hebrew alphabet, and each letter is used to create all words in Hebrew, or Salakia. All words in Hebrew come from these 22 characters. So this is the alphabet. We're going to go over it now, starting with A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ha, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Taza, Kwa, Ra, Sha, and Tha. This is the ancient Paleo Hebrew, the ancient Hebrew, and this is the ancient Assyrian Hebrew down below. Those are the 22 characters in the Hebrew. So for today's class, I'm gonna be going over how to tell time. It's gonna be a 2-part class. The first half of the class, I'm gonna go over how to tell time because it's not too long. It's not too advanced either. This is a basic class. Second part of the class is gonna be a refresher course. I'm pretty much gonna go over the tribes, the 12 tribes of Israel. So I'm going to give us all of today's class will be good for our notes, but that's what we're going over: time and the 12 tribes of Israel. So let's get into it. So how to tell time. Now, as we know, if you may have joined us last week and the week before, I went over numbers 2 weeks in a row. So I mean, it's obvious reason that you have to know numbers in order to tell time. So I'm gonna write the numbers once more, 1 through 12 over here, just so we can have it. I'm not gonna go too much into numbers, but we do have to know how to say numbers in Hebrew in order to tell time in Hebrew. And again, I said this last week and the week before, but in numbers and Hebrew, there are no numerals. Rome introduced the Roman numerals. That was the first time numerals came into play on Earth. So and we know Hebrew goes back before ancient Rome. So before ancient Rome, numbers were written as words in Hebrew. So here are the numbers in Hebrew. All right. So there we have it. 1 through 12, the numbers 1 through 12 in the Hebrew. Repeat after me. It's like it. We're going to go over it. Starting with Akkad, Shanya, Shalash, Arabai, Hamash, Shashah, Shabai, Shamawana, Tashai, Ishara, and then Achad Ishara, Shanya Ishara, 1 through 12. So time. Pretty much in this course, I'm gonna go over how to tell. First of all, how to ask what time it is. You know, in Hebrew, how to ask the person what time it is, and then how to answer that question, what time it is. So in Hebrew is a brutish language. It's a very direct language. So how to ask somebody what time it is, that's how it sounds in English. In Hebrew, you pretty much ask, what hour is it? And here's hour. The word hour. Sha'ai. So let me write that in Hebrew. This wouldn't be a Hebrew class if I didn't write it in Hebrew. The numbers, you can use the. I went over numbers 2 weeks in a row, and also you have the 1 through 12. After last week's course, you should be able to go up to 9,999 in Hebrew. But here you have the verbalization in Hebrew of 1 through 12. So I'm gonna write Sha'ai, which is an hour in Hebrew, in the ancient Paleo and Assyrian. There it is, hour. So the question that I asked, what hour is it? So what hour is it? Let me write the Hebrew first. So if we've been watching these classes, these Lashawan Qadash classes, we know Ma means what. That means what in Hebrew. And also Sha'ai is the noun for hour. The prefix for Sha'ai is ha. So that means the. So what's the hour? That's what this translates to. What's the hour? What the hour? Again, Hebrew is a brutish language, and we wouldn't. Hebrew is such a direct language that you wouldn't. In Hebrew, you wouldn't ask for the direct time. Like if it was 8:53, I'm gonna go over how to say 8 o'clock, or not o'clock, but how to say it's 8 in that point of the day. But you wouldn't say 8:53. You would only address the hour. You know that 53 minutes is really. I mean, just like that little colon there is in between 8 and 53. There's no way to say it's 8:50. There's no 8:53 o'clock or 8 o'clock or anything. It's just what's the hour. And another thing that you need to know how to tell time would be these three things: morning, noon, and evening. The 3 parts of the day. So morning, you might already know, is Bakwar. Yeah, you might have heard somebody say Tawab Bakwar. That's good morning. Tawab Bakwar. It's actually Tawab Bawakwar because the wa in the middle makes it present tense. So it is the morning. Good morning. What it is. Good morning. Tawab Bawakwar. Tawab meaning good. Bawakwar meaning it's morning. So Bakwar is morning. Noon is Tazahar. I'm gonna go over a key thing over here, the word after. Because we definitely use the word after to tell the time. And that's athar. So afternoon would be athar tazahar. And there's other you may have heard the word after being a car. There's multiple ways to say different words in Hebrew. You can use multiple words to say one word. Just like that. Don't try to attack me on that because it's the same way in English. You know what I'm saying? Below and underneath mean the same thing. Rest and sleep mean the same thing. So athar and achar both mean after. But today we're going to use athar. Athar means after. And I'm going to write all of these in Hebrew as well, but I'm going to write them out first. And evening is Nashak. So we have Athar for after. Afternoon would be Athar Tazahar, afternoon. Tawab Athar Tazahar, good afternoon. Tawab Bawakwar, good morning. Tawab Nawashak, good evening. Now we're learning how to tell time, not just say good evening. So that's what we're gonna get into. But you can definitely use that. You can add that onto your notes, Tawab and Athar for afternoon. But we're gonna use this Athar another way. We're gonna use that after to actually tell what hour it is. And you might be inching on to how I'm gonna use that as well. But give me a moment. So what the hour? We write left right to left in Hebrew. So ma would be and hashai ma ha shai. That's how you write. What is pretty much what time it is. What's the hour? Ma hashai. So Bakwar, I'm gonna write. Bakwar. I'm gonna move out the way so you can see it momentarily. But noon tazahar. Nasha. All right. Oh, and I got to write Athar too. Nasha. All right, you put this in your notes really quick because we're gonna use this to be able to tell time. Hour, sha'ai, after, athar, and what's the hour? What time is it? Ma hasha'ai. Then we have morning bakwar, noon tazahar, and evening nasha. All right, you can always rewind and Slovakia, be kind and rewind. So now we have that. You know that. So now we're gonna get into how to tell time. And I'm gonna rewrite what's the hour because I'm gonna be answering what the hour is. So remember, Bakwar, Tazahar, and Nashat. Bakwar, Tazahar, and Nashat. So Ma Ha Sha'ai. What the hour? All right, so Ma means what? Going back from our old classes, The means it. It. So let's say the hour is 4 p.m. So we will write the, it's, what's 4? Going back to our numbers, it's Arabai. What's afternoon? It's 4 in the afternoon, right? 4 p.m. So 4 in the afternoon. Afternoon. So Athar Tazahar. Za Arabai, Athar Tazahar. It's 4 in the afternoon. What? In you have to write in. There's a prefix for in as well as ba, so it would be ba tazahar, ba tazawahar actually, because it's the present tense of tazahar. So let me rewrite that. I don't want to mislead anybody. Remember the our conjugations. We got prefixes over there or suffixes, and they go for past, present, and future. We're putting the suffixes in the middle, or not suffixes, but the conjugations in the middle, and also the prefixes in before, meaning in or the, like right here, the hour. There's a prefix over there that says the, so it's the hour, and this will be in the afternoon. Afternoon being present, so it has the what in the middle of it. So, red and black. Ba Taza Wahar. The conjugation of Tazahar. Ba Taza Wahar. In the afternoon. After the in the well. It is for after in the noon. That's the actual translation from Hebrew to English. It's for after in the noon, but we know it as it's 4 in the afternoon. So I'm gonna write that out. It's 4 in the afternoon. And that's a relatively harder one if you're just learning how to say it. It's how to use the words that I gave you before on the last shot. You putting those words together to tell time. It's 4 and after. We're gonna write it in Hebrew as well. So za Arabad Athar Bud Tazawar like Bud Taza Wa Za Ar Rabbi Athar Bud Taza Wahar. We got it in the ancient Paleo and the ancient Assyrian. Za Arabai Athar Bud Tazawahar. It's 4 in the afternoon. So now we got that one out the way. I'm gonna give you some simpler ones. What's the hour? It's 2 in the morning, 2 a.m. So the, when we go back to our numbers, Shanya. Now you know what? I'm gonna use not 2 in the morning, but I'm gonna use midnight. It's 12 in the morning. So I'm gonna use Shanya Aishara. 12 a.m. Shanya Aishara. And that's the morning, right? So we would do Ba for in, and then Bakwar, the present tense of Bakwar, Bawakwar, So ba boa qua. And I wrote za wrong. Like za shanya aishra. It's 12 in the morning. So just remember on those words on those words, Bakwar, Tazahar, and Nashap, you to make it inside in that period of time, you have to add the ba in the beginning, the prefix ba meaning in, and then you have to conjugate that noun to make it present. I'm sorry, that verb, or it's actually a noun and a verb, but we're using it to tell time, so it's a verb. It's an adjective rather. So to conjugate that adjective with what in the middle, so making it present tense. It is bawakwar. It is bakwar. It is in the morning. It is tazawakwar. But tazawakwar. It is the noon. But nawashap. It is the evening. So right now we have it's 12 in the morning. Ba bawakwar. It wouldn't be a Hebrew class if I didn't write it in Hebrew. We always have to practice, you know what I'm saying, writing these verbalizations. I didn't do it for the numbers, but we always got to practice translating these verbalizations into the actual characters, those 22 characters that we went over in the beginning of class. I'm going to write that. Za, Shanya, Aishara, Za, Shanya, Aishara. Ba, ba, wa, qua. I thought it would take more, but it's only four Za Shanya Aishara Baba Kwar. Za Shanya Aishara Baba. Yeah, it's only four words. I thought it would take more time, so it's like it. Yeah, I'm gonna spread it out so you be able to see it. Shanya Aishara Baba Kwar. Za Shanya Aishara Baba Kwar. Baba. So there you have it. What's the hour? It's 4 p.m. It's 4 in the afternoon, or it's 12 a.m. It's 12 in the morning. Za Arabai Athar Batazawahar. It's 4 after in the noon. It's 4 in the afternoon. Or Za Shanya Aishara Baba Wakwar. It's 12 in the morning. Shanya Aishra meaning 12, Arabai meaning 4. Let's see if I have enough time to go over a little one in the night. Oh, yeah, you got that for your notes? Oh, yeah, I have enough time. So, Khan, got this for your notes. We're going to do 2 more. So we got 4 p.m., 12 a.m. We got the morning in the morning. So we're going to do at night, 7 p.m. It's Za. What's 7? Shabai. We got it over here. Shabai. Shabai in the evening. So what's in? We have to write the prefix ba to make in. In evening, the shop conjugated to present tense in the evening. Now what shop? Za Shabai ba Nawa shop. It's 7 in the evening. So there we have. I'm gonna write means for your notes. So you will only use athar if you have to say after, which will be after tazahar. Afternoon, you could say it 12 p.m. noon. Za. That's the second one I'm gonna write. After this one, I wrote this too high. So you wouldn't say, you would say it's noon, so it's tazahar. So I already got afternoon. Yeah, we don't need that. Let me rewrite that. We got afternoon, we got in the morning, and now we're doing in the evening. Now we got to write it in Hebrew, and we'll be all set. Writing right from right to left. Za. Shabai. Ba Nawashah. Za. Shabai. Ba Nawashah. P is, and I did P at the end on another. I think it was Nawashab before Nashab. What the P, not the P, but the P rather at the end is one of those letters that's different from in the middle. So remember that. That's it goes down below. Za Shabai Ba Nawashab. It's 7 in the evening. So that's how you write. That's how you tell time. Of course, we're using the numbers. Akkad, Shanya, Shalash, Arabai, Hamash, Shashab, Shabai, Shamawana, Tashai, and Ishara. 11 and 12 being Akkad Ishara and Shanya Ishara. All right. So I'm going to have to erase this. We just went over time. We got about 20 minutes left. I'm going to go over the 12 tribes of Israel. So today's class is kind of like a double class. But the 12 tribes of Israel is really a refresher. You know what I'm saying? It's something. If you're planning on becoming an officer in the ISUPK, this is something that you have to know. You have to know all 12 tribes, and you have to know how to say it in Hebrew. So yeah. Lord be with you if you plan on taking that officer's test. All right. So now we're going to go over the 12 tribes really quickly, just a refresher. All right. So we start off from the top to the bottom. This order is not the order of the birth of the actual sons. We start with Judah for it's mainly for classification reasons, but there is a reason for that. But the first son that was born was Reuben. That was the first son that was born. But we still start with Judah. Judah. Yeah. Ha. Wa. Da. And what that actually means. It means thanks. Thanks. I think thanks Lord. I will check. Oh, Yahweh. So Yahweh thanks. Lord thanks. But that's actually the Lord's name, so we have to say his name. Yahweh. Thanks. We know this is the Negroes. Remember, I'm just get some different colors in. And then we gotta write it. Ya, ha, wa, da. With the ha at the end. You don't Yahweh da. All right, after that, we got Benjamin. Benjamin translates to Bunyamin. That literally means son of the right hand, or son of, let me see, son of the right hand, or son of the right. Son of the right. Ban meaning son. Me, I'm Yabakan Ban Yahawada, son of Judah. Ban means son, and Yamyan means right, son of right. This is our West Indian or Jamaican. There are other tribes there are other people that are West Indian. So I'm not just gonna say Jamaican. There's also Trinidadians and West Indian. So then Banyamin, Ban Yam Yan. Ban Yam Yan. Banyamin. And after that, we have Levi. That translates to lawyer. That means join to me. And the thing about Levi is this word lawyer, that's where the term lawyer comes from. Because we know that the Levites were the actual priests back in the Old Testament. And they judged matters. You know what I'm saying? Using the law of Moses, the law of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? The law, statutes, and commandments. They were the ones that judged the matters. They were the ones that were to protect the people and be sure that people get what they deserve according to the law, statutes, and commandments. So the lawyer comes naturally from that. That's where lawyer comes from. The Hebrew term for Levi. But join to me. I think that's what it said. Right, join to me. And the people that the Levites are today are the Haitians. So let's write lawyer, Levi. La, wa, and ya. Lawyer. All right, that's the southern tribe. Well, these two and half of this one are the southern tribe. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's the southern kingdom. So now we're gonna get into writing the northern kingdom. We're gonna start with I believe we start with Simeon. Simeon. The southern kingdom would be the so-called blacks, and the northern kingdom would be the Hispanics and the Native Americans. So Simeon is a Hispanic tribe. They are, well, first we're going to write it in Hebrew. Simeon in Hebrew is Shemayawan. Let's make sure I'm writing this correctly. And that means, and that translates to affliction heard. We know Shemai means to listen. So Shemayawan would be what the word shamar means to, well, select. Shamar means to watch. So select, disregard that. Affliction heard. That's what Shemayawan means. All right, and what people are those? Are the Simeonites today? Dominicans. Let's write Shemayawan in Hebrew. Shemayawan. 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 All right. After that, we got Zebulon. That's the last one I'm gonna fit right here, and I'm gonna go on to write a new page. So Zebulon. And that translates in the Hebrew, Zebulon is Zabalawan. Zabalawan. And that means dwelling. That's what that translates to. Dwelling. And we know that the Zabalawan, the Zebulonites, those people today are from the region of Guatemala to Panama. Let me write this in blue. In those regions, the region of Guatemala and then the region of Panama, and all in between. Let's write it in the Hebrew. Zabalawan. Za, ba, la, wa, and na. Zabalawan. Zabalawan. We got the first 4 tribes. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm sorry. The first 5 tribes. We got 7 left. So I'm gonna do another 5, and then we're gonna knock out the last 2. So be kind to rewind. Let me see if I'm running out of time. And I am running out of time. Well, you have the first 5. We might have to go over. Yeah, I'm gonna speed it up. I'm gonna might have to go overboard a couple of minutes today just to fit in. Because this is something that I don't want to pick up on my next class from next week. This is something that I want to just have finished for this week. So Salakia, Israel, we might have to go over for about 5 to 7 minutes. It shouldn't take me too long to finish these 12 tribes. So I'm gonna speed it up. We just left off on Zabalawan. So now we on Ephraim. Pick it up. And that is Aparium. It means fruitful. Or I am fruitful. Fruitful. The tribe that the Ephraimites are today are the Puerto Ricans. Let's get Aparium up there in Hebrew. Aparium. Pa, Ra, and Ya. Ya and Ma. Apar, Yum. Apar, Yum. Aparium. Next, we have Manasseh. Manasseh Trent is goes to Manasseh. 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 Made to forget is what that means. Manassites are the Cubans. Let's quickly write Manasha. Ma na sha with the ha at the end. Manasha. 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 Manessa. After that, we got Gad. Gad translates in the Hebrew verbalization as the same thing, but pronounced God. And that literally means a troop. Who they are today are the Native Americans or Native Indians. Let's write God in Hebrew. It's not only two letters, Ga and Da. Gad, God. There's one connected between the two of them. Ga and Da. I'm gonna get one more with that for this one, for this screen. This screenshot rather. The next one we have is Reuben. And that's translates to Rawaban. Reuben, like the sandwich. Not Rawaban, but Ra'awaban. Ra'awaban. And Reuben means, see, it's a son. This is the first son of Israel. So I'm not too sure whether it's Israel's firstborn. I should know that. And I do know this is his first son. See, it's a son. And the Reubenites, the Reubenites are the Seminole Indians. So I'm going to write Ra'awaban. It's going to be relatively fast. I'm going to have it for your notes. Ra. There's an I in there, so you don't forget that I. Ra'awaban. Ra'awaban. All right, I'm gonna step aside for a second. Then I'm gonna erase it and quickly go over the last three. We're gonna be 5 minutes overboard, about 5 to 10 minutes. It shouldn't be too bad. Probably 7 minutes. And you can always be kind and rewind and pause where you need to be to get these for your notes. Just so we don't go too much over time, I'm trying to keep it decently and in order with the class time today. I'm gonna power through these and then explain them one by one after I power through them. So we have Asher, Naphtali, and Issachar. Those are the last three I left out. Asher, Naphtali, and Issachar. Asher, Ashar, you have to go through it as I'm writing it, which literally means happy. Now you all that are somewhat familiar with the Hebrew might know that Ashar means other words as well. But again, there's multiple words for the same word in Hebrew. Just like rest and sleep both means to lay down. So Ashar means happy. What tribe that is the tribe that's from, not tribe, but the people that are from the area of Colombia to Paraguay. Not Paraguay, Uruguay. So like Uruguay. Sometimes you might make the same mistake that I do. I just call it Asherites Colombians, but they're more than just Colombians. They're from all of this region. So now we're gonna get the Hebrew. I'm actually gonna write the next three so we can hurry up and do the Hebrew last. So now we have Naphtali. Naphtali. Napatalia. Napatalia. Not Nepal, Napatalia. Napatalia. And that means my wrestling. The Naphtalites are from the region Argentina to Chile. So they're not only Argentinians. Argentinians are Hispanics. They're Northern Kingdom. Argentina. Like Argentina to Chile. And then last, we have Issachar. Good old Issachar. And that translates to Yash-Shakar. Yash-Shakar. And that means he is tired. We all know the 707. I'll be done momentarily. I'm going to power through this Hebrew. We all know the Issacharites are the Mexicans. So class should end at 10 on the dot, 7:10 on the dot. Ashar. Napatalia. Yeah. And Yashashakar. Yashakar. That's how you say it. Pronounce it. Ya. Sha. Sha. Ka. And Ra. Ya. Let me see if the connectors on this one. They're not there. Yash. It's Yashakar. Yes, like Yash. Sha. Kar. Yashakar. There you have it. I'm gonna step out the way so you can get this one for your notes. Asher, Happy, Ashar, Naphtali, Napaltaya, My Wrestling, and Issachar. Yashakar, he is tired. All right, that's where we're gonna end class, Israel. With that, we're the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Pay your tithes. We're going to give a courtesy salute to the brothers and to the sisters, men of Israel. Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shah Barakatham, sisters. Yahweh Shamar Alatan Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shah. Shalom.